All right, all right. Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there, spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Hashem Shai. And shalom to the real sisters out there. All right, y'all may have heard about these Trump supporters storming the Capitol yesterday and taking matters into their own hands to try to force a recount. And hey, prophecy's coming to pass. You know, Satan on Satan action is getting hot. It's getting real hot. And you know, first I want to bring out Matthew chapter 12. Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts, and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Verse 26. And if Satan cast out Satan, he's divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? You know, and this is actually the verses. These are actually the verses that devil, who was not honest at all, but at least he was honest about this. He was not honest to you niggas for sure, but at least he was honest. He wasn't trying to free y'all. It was a transfer of ownership, emancipation. But at least he was honest about this. You know, he quoted these verses 25 and 26. And if Satan cast out Satan, he's divided against. He basically said a house divided shall not stand. He paraphrased these verses, summed it up basically. And you see that was during the first Civil War, but which ended and was resolved because it was not time for these devils to go down. You know, they still had a more time to rule. Our captivity was not over yet. But now that things are coming to an end, this last Civil War, you know, it's going to be their downfall. You know, this last Civil War the second Civil War, just like Rome had two Civil Wars. Second Civil War did more damage, and it was actually around the time of 70 AD, which we're coming into 70 AD, a time like never before. But 70 AD it's basically like 70 AD, but like it's a sequel to it, basically, to 70 AD. 70 AD 2.0. And it's the updated version, which includes the Northern Kingdom, and it's going to happen all over the world, but mainly here in Babylon. Mainly in the 10 horns. And I'm going to get Isaiah 19 and 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight, every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And what you have to understand is this place is basically all these wicked ass empires of these heathens rolled up into one. You know, Egypt, well, Sodom was a whole empire. Sodom and Gomorrah. And that's obvious by how they push homosexuality out there, and they push that homosexuality, that transgenderism, Baphomet shit, right? They push that out there. And hold up, y'all. I'll be back. I'll be back. Yeah, that's obvious by how they push all that shit. And then they want to push pedophilia next. Next, they want to push they've already been starting to push pedophilia, but next they want to legalize that shit. There's already been pushes to legalize it, like laws that would make it easier for pedophiles, like a law that was passed in California. You know, it was real controversial. Basically, not only made it easier for pedophiles, homosexual pedophiles, men on board action like NAMBLA, right? What NAMBLA pushes, National Association for Man, National North American Man Boy Love Association. Shalom, Ak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Satan action getting real. These devils can't stand each other. You know, these modern day Egyptians. And it's also, I was explaining how it's also modern day Egypt all over again because they oppress all 12 tribes like they did in Egypt. And that witchcraft, that idolatry is pushed out too. And one of those is Khan. So it's like Egypt all over again. And so Isaiah 19, those prophecies in Isaiah 19 apply to this place. Verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. Why? Because the kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. And I will destroy the counsel thereof, and also the so-called patriotic spirit that's in Babylon is failing. You know, the so-called liberal Edomites an example of that. You know, it's now it's all right to basically say fuck America, fuck Babylon, cuss out this place. Before you was looked down on. And I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols. And that's part of what's causing this division too, because you have the proud Babylonian devils, and some of our people as well with them. And then you have the liberal devils that they try to try to play nice. They try to play friend of Jake. You have them too. And there's a conflict between them of how to deal with Jake. And I'll destroy the counsel thereof. The counsel is divided. It's being destroyed. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. And verse 4 is about to come to pass too, because let me just bring it out. And the Egyptians will I give over to the hand of a cruel Lord. And a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh of hosts. And that fierce king would be either Trump or Biden when the martial law troops get rolled out. And they're gonna be a martial law, man. That fierce king is gonna implement that martial law, and is gonna take out basically the traitors. And they're going after our people. Ultimately, they're going after our people, trying to take out Jake. Yeah, namely the elect. Khan, that's Isaiah 19 and 14. The Yahweh had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Can't even have a peaceful so-called transfer of power between one puppet and another, because Esau was so divided and Babylon is so divided that, you know, if it was Trump that had been given a second term, then these Biden supporters would be doing that shit. And these devils are fools because they 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 actually divided their own queendom. Hey, verse 13, the princes of Zon are become fools. The princes of Noph are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt. Even they that are the state of the tribes thereof, or governors of the tribes thereof, they have become fools. Yeah. And they have also deceived the governors. Those fools have deceived these other fools, and have deceived the people. Con, thus with great violence shall Babylon be thrown down. And we are starting to see the beginning of that. The great violence prophesied about in Jeremiah. Governors, the rulers versus each other. Let me get it. Jeremiah 51, verse 46. Lest your heart faint and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. So that's what you're seeing. That's what, because some of these governors are going to take the side of Trump, and some of them are going to take the side of Biden. Not just the people against the people. One people shall stand up to fight against another. That's another precept. One people shall stand up to fight against another. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, one people shall stand up to fight against another. Let me get that. That's in Esdras. Second Esdras 15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. I actually got the precept just by looking up Second Esdras 15. Kala Yaba Shimi Al-Shai. Second Esdras 15 and 15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And you're seeing the beginning of that. They're not regarding their kings nor princes. You're starting to see it now. Before it was just riots and people getting their ass beat and shit. People breaking in the stores and all that. And now it's on a whole different level. Now it's people getting shot. Now people are getting shot. So the sedition among men is turning up more and more. It's getting real hot out there. And that's division in Babylon. They're invading one another. Hey, they're staying up to fight against another. It's gonna get real. It's gonna get real hot. There's a civil war that's coming to this place. And it's gonna get so hot that they're gonna have to shut this bitch down. They're gonna have to lock it down, not just because of the pandemic, but because of the civil unrest. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That they're gonna have the checkpoints set up. These checkpoints set up throughout the city and shit. And outside the city. So if you was trying to go from one city to another, you would not be able to. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Hey, the city shall be troubled, man. The house, yeah, man. That's gonna come out as civil war as well, because you're gonna have different parts of Babylon that are on the side of Trump, other parts that are on the side of Biden and shit. And a yeah, for example, in red states that support Trump, you're gonna have areas that support Biden within them, and they're gonna be blocked off by these Trump supporters. And then in blue states that support Biden, you're gonna have Trump supporting areas that are blocked off. And so that's also how this is going to come about. You know, hey, that's how these devils are going to lay a siege on our people and shit. There's a lot of our people, they support Biden over Trump. A lot of our people, because they see him as a, because these liberals try to be friends, try to act like they're friends, they're friend of Jake. Yeah. But now, hey, these devils, man, they playing both sides. These devils are playing both sides because Trump didn't back up these riders. And look up Trump on the look up Trump's tweet on the Capitol riots. He's not gonna be openly for it, you know. Pelosi supports impeachment. They end up impeaching Trump. Like, his supporters are gonna fucking lose their shit. Yeah, Trump got banned from Facebook indefinitely, and Twitter suspended Trump after the riots. Oh, hold up. I may have got that part wrong because I think that Trump was trying to stir them up. Trump was put in there by the Rothschilds and shit. So he ain't even with them. Because these Rothschilds fucked over these lower level devils, these lowercase Edomites as well. Hey, reading this article, and it is saying that basically, yeah, it's talking about how Trump basically promoted the riots and shit. But in the they took down his account, his Facebook account and Twitter account. And now that Esau this is the device of Esau, because let me read what this ADL leader you know, no, they're the ish that wish to be us, right? They agreed until Trump can end the violence and arrest that he promoted and incited his social media accounts on various platforms should be suspended as they would do for anyone else advocating disinformation and promoting violence, quote unquote, said ADL CEO Jonathan Greenblatt in the statement. Quote unquote, what is happening right now at the Capitol is a direct result of the fear and disinformation that been spewed consistently from the Oval Office, quote unquote, Greenblatt said. President Trump has a responsibility to call for the end of the violence and the rest he has sold. His campaign of disinformation is a clear and present danger to our democracy. Yeah. And quote unquote, extremists must be held to the word, Greenblatt said. First, there was volatile rhetoric online and explicit calls to violence, and now people are acting on those calls in the nation's capital and flagrantly breaking laws in and out, quote unquote. At the same time as this being sedition among men and Satan divided against Satan, Esau is also using this to basically, he's using this basically to as a reason to crack down on freedom of speech. Trump himself has quote unquote promoted sedition and incited violence, and he too should be held accountable, Greenblatt continued. So basically they're justifying this shit the same way they'll justify taking down the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai from social media. So this can be looked at in that way as well. Grace and peace, bird. What you saying, Unc? Don't know what he's saying. I don't know what you mean by that. Okay. Khan. Shalom. Yeah. That's what Esau's trying to do here as well. And we see you devils, man. We see you devils, we see what you're trying to do. Trying to justify the family of the word, and that's two precepts. One right here, 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Not ignorant of it at all. Like this is also a device of you damn devils. Be not ignorant. Oh, it's another one. Be not ignorant of anything small. Be not ignorant of any matter. Of any matter. Yep. Ecclesiasticus 5 and 15. Yep. Ah, shit. Hold on. All right. Ecclesiasticus 5 and 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. Yeah, because yeah, you know, because even something like this, you could overlook that detail, not be aware of it, and that's not good because you gotta be aware of Satan's devices. Can't be ignorant of them. But Most High Yahweh, he's given us basically the eyesight to see it all. You know, y'all trying to AA the devices of the wicked, right? Let me get to destroy the poor secretly. Yep. Let me get that. Secretly. With lying words. KJV. Oh, that's Isaiah 32:7. Instruments of the churl. And then I'm gonna get that prophecy about the famine of the word. Because what you devils are doing right now has already been prophesied about. You ain't doing nothing that we can't. You ain't doing nothing that wasn't prophesied about. And so your fall, you devils, your fall is also prophesied about. It's gonna come to pass, just like all these other prophecies. And yeah, let me get it right. Let me get it right now. Isaiah 32 verse 7. The instruments of the churl are evil. Also of the churl are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. And so that's what y'all are plotting on doing right now. Y'all are plotting. Y'all are using this. Y'all probably the one. Y'all probably the ones who set it up anyways. Because if real revolutionaries was about to run into the Capitol and fuck shit up, and y'all would have raided their place. So we see you devils. We see you devils. Y'all ain't slick at all. We see right through the propaganda. Right through the bullshit, through the false flags, see through all that psyops. You devils are see-through. Texas lawmakers diagnosed with COVID-19 after receiving first of 2 vaccine doses. But I thought the jab would save the Rona. Why the jabs ain't working, Esau? These devils being exposed all over. Being exposed, for real. Let me get a verse on that family of the word that Esau is using this to implement. Amos 8 and 11. Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. And that's what Esau is using this to push out. So we see you devils, because y'all are really aiming at Jake with this, calling Jake extremists, BIEs, right? And then this, y'all ain't slick, you know. The devils have been exposed so much that y'all just gotta come down with that sword. Y'all gotta resort back to your blessing, because this deception ain't working out for y'all. Jeremiah, look at Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 49 talks about you devils being made bare. Meaning like exposed, right? Jeremiah 49 verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. So the Most High Yahweh has made Esau bare. How? How has he made him bare? How has he made him bare? Psalms, book of Psalms, chapter 64. You know, talking about the secret counsel of the wicked, right? Hold on. Psalm 64, verse 7. But Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. You know? Verse, all these whistleblowers exposing the conspiracies, right? Verse 9. And all men shall fear. I shall declare the work of Yahweh, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. You know, everything about these devils gets exposed and is being exposed. They could barely do shit, could barely do a false flag that's already exposed online, already, like within hours. Verse 10, the righteous shall be glad in Yahweh and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. Why? Because he's one way, he's exposing these devils' devices. Exposing them as the wicked too. Who is the wicked that's being exposed? He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Let me get it. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? You know, talking about, of course, talking about that they basically pink washed, not whitewashed, really pink washed everything bronze. All this is being exposed. They're the ones that are in charge of the world. They're the ones, the world has been given into their hands. It's been exposed. These people have been exposed as the wicked. And so, you know, and so there's nowhere for them to hide, really. And that's why these lower level devils, they're now rising up. They're rising up against the elites because it's been exposed that the elites fucked them over out of their blessing. And all they gave them was so-called white privilege. While they and some guns, while they took the rest, they took the fatness of the earth. See, these devils, they don't even give a fuck about their own people. And that's being exposed. Yeah. Hold up. Yeah, that lines up also with Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Hey, Google search, right? YouTube search. How are the things of Esau searched out? All his conspiracies. How are they searched out? You know? It used to be that not much people knew about the so-called Illuminati, the Freemasons, all these secret councils, false flags and shit. You know, these different devices. It used to be the people that fucking know about that, like they did. Now it's a household name. Rothschilds, even. That's like a household name now. Before, people didn't know who the fuck they were. The hidden hand, right? The man behind the curtain. Not everyone knows who the man behind the curtain is. Most people do, actually. Most people. No, everybody. Everybody knows some. Just not the full truth. Like that they're Edomites and shit. You know, and that's how this man has been made small among the heathen. Obadiah 1 verse 1, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Yep. And that's how. That's one of the ways. Hey, the ways that Esau has been stealing from the rest of these heathen nations has been exposed. And even from their own kind. Even from their own kind. That's why verse 7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. So that's why that's been happening. That's why that's been happening. These lower level devils are pissed, you know, in Babylon and in other areas where Esau rules. They've been pissed, especially at Babylon. So these leaders of these different European countries as well can't openly take the side of Babylon like that. It's no longer popular. Hey, Babylon is not even popular in Babylon. Hold on now. Yeah, Babylon is no longer not even popular. It's not even popular in Babylon. These Babylonians, even these Babylonian Edomites will cuss out Babylon. Even these patriotic Babylonians, even them, they'll cuss out the deep state and shit. You know, they say America, like the government is fucked up, but the American people, the Babylonian people, are not. That shit. And these Babylonians hate each other and the government, both sides. The liberals do too. They just hate the government when it's a Republican in charge. Hey, but even these liberals that are far left wing, right? They don't fuck with Biden like that. And these are all the civil war. These are all signs that this place is coming to an end. All signs. That you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all need to get right. You know, the elect out there, you know, this is for y'all to come into the fold. You 2/3, we already know y'all gonna be destroyed. Y'all refuse to listen. Y'all actually gonna get caught up in these civil wars. You Jakes, a lot of y'all are gonna take Joe Blow's side, and some of y'all are gonna take Trump's side. Especially a lot of you speckled birds and some of you Northern Kingdom. Not knowing that it's for your detriment. You know, you're going to fall into that trap. As neither the Republicans nor Democrats, neither side gives a fuck about y'all. Shit, these devils don't even give a fuck about their own people, much less y'all, much less Jake. I mean, Esau, they don't give a fuck about their own, but they hate you. They hate you niggas. So what I mean, what stock do you have? What dog do you have in this race? No, y'all need to come out of it. Y'all need to come out of it, my people, because those of y'all that are joined unto this place, y'all gonna fall by the sword, along with these devils. Let me get the precepts that go into it. It shall destroy you with the sword of destruction. Let me get that. Micah 2 and 10. Micah 2 and 10. Hold on. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. It is because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword of destruction. Arise ye and depart from Babylon, from this place. Depart from her in your minds, mentally and spiritually, so you could depart from her physically. Revelation 18, lines up with Revelation 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Verse 5, For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh had remembered her iniquities. Yeah, man. Come out of her, my people. You don't want to receive of her plagues, and this is one of them, of her plagues. Ultimately, the nukes. But this is one of them. Just like that brother brought out, thus with violence shall Babylon, thus with violence shall great Babylon be thrown down. Isaiah 13, verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. You niggas want to take the side of Esau, of these different groups of Edomites. Y'all want to take the side of the Republicans or the Democrats. Y'all want to join yourself unto the system. Y'all going to be destroyed. Y'all going to fall by the sword. Verse 16, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. Yeah, man, it's going to get real out here. You Jakes, whether you take the side of Trump or Biden, you taking the side, you joining yourself to this place. And so not only you, but your children, your household is going to be judged. Your children also shall be dashed to pieces before your eyes. And then, when these Russian Gurkha troops come in to restore order, they're not going to play, man. Your children shall be dashed to pieces before your eyes. That in itself is bad enough. Your houses shall be spoiled, taking all your shit, and your wives ravished. Your woman that you did so much to, that you worked so hard for. Your children, that your woman that you worked so hard for. Shit. These devils gonna take a woman. While they got you, shackled up and shit, while they got you restrained, you're gonna have to watch that. You know how these devils get down? They torture you. You're gonna have to watch that. The last thing you have to see, you have to the last shit that they're gonna see before they put your ass to death. But knowing how these devils go down, they probably gonna do that shit to you as well. Cause they're a bunch of sodomites. And your children. No, because they're pedophiles as well. So even worse. Verse 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. You can't pay these Gurkha troops off. They don't give a fuck. Shalom, Shalom, Khan, all praises to Yahweh by Shemi Shai for prophecy being released on earth. Yes, right, Khan. It's all being fulfilled. These prophecies, they ain't tearing, you know. Verse 18, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Ultimately, this is talking about the nukes that are hitting because it's going to be destroy everything in sight, spare none, right? But hey, when these devils roll, that's what they're going to do. And that's this all set up for these devils to roll. Ordo KO, right? These devils are destroying their own queendoms so they could build a new one. That's what they're doing. I'm gonna get that precept about these prophecies not tearing. Habakkuk 2 verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And it's coming to pass. It's coming to pass. You know, all these scoffers that said, oh, that's happening in France. That's happening in fucking Egypt, fucking Syria, fucking etc., etc. That's Venezuela. That's not happening here. Whoa. Where y'all at now? Where you scoffers at now? Even y'all was prophesied about. 2 Peter 2 verse 3, knowing this, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts. Verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. So that's what they've been saying. This happened back in the Cold War. This happened back in World War II. They were saying the same thing back in World War One, etc., right? You know, verse 5, for this they are willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of Yahweh the heavens were of old, and earth standing out of the water and in the water. Verse 6, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. So, like, remember how Yahushua compares these days to the days of Noah, right? They were saying the same thing. Ain't none of that. It's what ain't gonna end. Verse 7, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire, against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Yeah. Verse 8, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and as 1,000 years is one day. Verse 9, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. Yeah. So that's why. Oh yeah. Keep repeating the cycles to get to Babylon. Babylon lovers content in believing this kingdom will rise up, back up. Exactly. They believe. They believe that this is gonna that it's gonna be all right. You know, we gonna be all right. They believe that, but are they though? But they're willingly ignorant. You know, they're willingly ignorant of that. You know, they count that slackness. That's the whole point to bring that up. Hold on. Be back. Hold on. Fuck. Oh shit. Hold on. Well, shit. Hold on. Shit. Hold on. Look for that precept I was going into. I'm gonna wrap it up soon. There ain't much else to go into. I'm gonna see if there's more meat on that bone. I'll probably gonna wrap it up soon. Yeah, verse 9. The Lord Yahweh is not slack concerning his promise, but as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to us word, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance, all his elect. And let me get in that one precept. Read it. Because men's hearts, the Son of Man, the hearts of Let me get it. Let me get it. Because judgment for wicked work is not executed speedily. Yep. Ecclesiastes 8 verse 11. Yeah, because sentence against evil work is not executed speedily. The hearts, therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Verse 12: Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahweh, which fear before him. Because, hey, that judgment, yeah, it didn't come right away. You know, it took a while, but it's still coming. You know. They just say coming when you think it didn't come when you think it was gonna come. You know, that's that element of surprise. You know, when they shall say peace and safety, then come sudden destruction. That's a precept too. 2 Thessalonians 5 verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So when they say peace and safety, right? Oh, it's gonna be all right. Ain't nothing gonna happen. I can continue fucking my brother's woman. I can continue selling selling drugs to my own people, selling poison to my own people, pharmakia. I could continue murdering my own people, murdering my own brothers and sisters. You know, these Eves out here think they can continue fucking around, continue being harlots in the cities. They continue finessing, like playing Jake out here, you know. They continue doing that, which really that's like they're stealing from Jake, right? They're stealing from Jake because they continue doing that, continue doing all kinds of wickedness, continue being reprobates. But yo, hold on, I'll be back in probably in a few seconds. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, our people can. 2/3 of our people continue. They will think they can continue being wicked because it's peace and safety. Ain't nothing gonna happen to them. But that's when that sudden destruction come. When they think they're in good case. When they think there's peace and safety. You know, it cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape. Everyone right now thinking it's peace and safety because the stimulus checks are hidden. But hey, that's only a band-aid on the economy. That's only a band-aid. Well, that's only a band-aid on that wound. Shit. That bone deep wound. Cause hey, that deadly wound may have been healed the last time, but this time, nah. This time Babylon is aka Rome. This is Rome all over again too. Rome 2.0 is not going to be healed. What is that? What is that? We would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed. What was that rally called? Save America? Nah, you ain't gonna save this place. It's through. Jeremiah 51, verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reached unto heaven, is lifted even to the skies. We would have anyone could have healed Babylon if it was possible, would be the elect. But she's not healed. Yeah, forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, lifted up even to the skies. Hey, this place is a lost cause. It's not going to be saved. Hey, Babylon, you know how they say can't save these hoes, but Babylon's a whore, ain't it? Babylon's a whore, ain't it? Babylon can't be saved. Babylon, the biggest whore of them all, can't be saved. Right. They don't know. They don't even want to. And situations that would hypothetically save this place. Well, the solution, Salaka, that would hypothetically save this place. They're not even going to implement because the elites are not going to allow it. Hey, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Yeah. So yeah, man. Yeah. And you Jakes, instead of wanting to come out of her, y'all want to try to save this place, but it's not gonna happen. It's true. This place, the same place that oppressed us and gave us hell and oppressed the whole world, but especially us. They oppressed the whole world to get to us because we scattered to the four corners of the earth. It's through. It's over with. The hammer of the whole earth. The hammer of the whole earth is something that there's a prophecy about it that talks about the hammer of the whole earth. Let me get it. If one of you Akim can't post it on the comment board, I'll have to look it up. Unless I find it. The hammer of the whole earth is cut asunder. I got it. Jeremiah 50, verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among all the nations? The hammer of the whole earth. What did they do? Oppress the whole earth. Even their own people. Shit. Even their own people. Just to get to us. because we are scattered. We are scattered even among them. You have Yasharallah looking like every nation out there, including Esau, the so-called white man. So, hey, they fucked themselves over. They fucked themselves over trying to get to us. Like that brother used to come on here, brother Malak, right? He 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 mentioned that anime that showed Frieza throw that weapon that he had. I don't remember exactly what, because I don't usually be watching that. So basically, it was like, I guess it was like a boomerang type of deal. I guess was swinging around, and he was trying to he was trying to hit Goku with it, and he ended up slicing himself, slicing himself in half. You know, that's what these devils did, fucking their own people over to get to us. Hey, these devils, man. That old serpent went all over the world, you know. That old serpent was like that old serpent was like king, was like that fucking captain that was hunting that whale. His name was Ahab, you know. He was hunting that whale. That's how Esau was hunting Jake all over the world. Malak, well, he ain't come on here. That's why I'm saying that. Maybe he ain't come on here. Maybe he's maybe since I haven't been live for a minute. Maybe he wasn't looking for my life. Yeah, Khan. I don't know. Maybe he'll come on later on if I go live later on. Or sometimes it takes him a while to get on here. But yeah, Esau's like Captain Ahab, sailing all around the world. He didn't care about those other whales either. That was an analogy, because he didn't care. Captain Ahab representing Esau. I gotta get that whale. I gotta get that whale. I'm gonna sail all around the world to get that whale. Hey, even his own fucking crew thought he was crazy. Like, damn, bro, chill. We ain't gonna get him. Because they're not gonna get all of Yasharallah. Really looking for the elect. You know, it's all sailing all over the world, going all over the world. Shit. That's Esau, man. Moby Dick represent Jake. Captain Esau. All right, Revelation chapter 12 talk about Esau chasing our people. Revelation 12 and 15. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away. Oh, the flood represents the flood of lies, as well as his militaries going throughout the world, searching for Jake. Verse 16, and the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth, both the flood of lies and as well as they even found all of Yasharallah. Because you have to think about it. Israel multiplies and multiplies and multiplies. The Egyptians were pressed. They was worried. They was sweating because of Yasharallah. Because we just kept multiplying and multiplying and multiplying no matter what. We was being oppressed. And that only made us multiply more, not less. And so, guess what? Same people, we're doing that shit today. So there's Israelites, scattered Israelites out there that Esau don't fucking know about. Shit. Speckled birds among his own people. He don't know about all of them. The other heathens, they could tell who's a speckled bird and who's not. For Esau, it takes a while, though. Esau's a carnal man. Which is why the original looking jakes catch more hell than the speckled birds. Now Esau's gone so crazy going after our people. Going after our people that even his own people, other Edomites, think he done lost it. Verse 17, and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Yeah, because we've been the ones exposing the lies of these devils. We put that vibration out there. Men of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, starting with Abel Bivens, starting with the King Mashal and all of them, going on down to the apostles, to Elder Yaakov, the apostles, and all the way on down. I've been putting that vibration out there of fuck Babylon. We exposing this place. Fuck Esau, right? We exposing these devils, man. The truth. We've been removing that covering casts over all the people. He's destroying in this mountain the covering cast. Yo, hold on, Akim. All right. I'm trying to get that covering cast presets. Hold on. Covering cast. Isaiah 25 and 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. And that's what's happening right now. He's destroying the face of that covering cast. You know, hey, who pushed out that vibration? Who pushed out the true identities of not only our people, the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and as well as the speckled birds, the Israelite foreigners, Yasharallah scattered among the nations looking like them. But the identities of these other nations, you know, as well as Esau, the identity of Esau, who he is today. Who actually pushed that out there, their true identities. None other than the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know, through the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know, we are taking down this covering cast. You know, so everything has been exposed. Everything has been exposed, and you know, there's really no and these prophecies are coming to pass. These prophecies that have been spoken of are coming to pass. So really, you know, y'all, you're 2/3. You don't have no excuse. You have no excuse, because like y'all can't scoff and say that it's happened before. Like y'all always be saying this. So y'all can't, because these prophecies are coming to pass just like they've been spoken of. Let me get this preset. No cloak for your sin, right? No cloak. No cloak for the sin. John 15 and 22. John 15 and 22. If I had not done among them, if I had not come and spoken to them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin. Yeah. They ain't got no cloak. They ain't got no excuse. They ain't got no alibi. Yeah. Verse 23, he that hated me hated my Father also. Verse 24, if I had not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not had sin. But now that they both seen and hated both me and my Father. Verse 25, but this cometh to pass that the word might be fulfilled that is written in their law, they hated me without a cause. Yeah, because really now, God, that's why they hate the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's why you 2/3 hate us. That's why y'all hate us, because you ain't got no cloak for your sin no more. You ain't got no excuse. Can't say we didn't know. We didn't know he was going off. I mean, we didn't know all this. We didn't know we were Yasharallah. We didn't know we were supposed to keep the laws. We didn't know, etc. Nah. Nah, that should have been you. The reason why you can't receive it is because this is why you 2/3 still can't receive it, still can't see it, even though all these prophecies are coming to pass, including this sedition among men prophecy, the Satan on Satan action prophecy, all that Egyptian versus Egyptian prophecy. That's coming to pass. Like, this is a clear example of it. The reason why y'all can't see it is because y'all been blinded. Romans 11, verse 8, according as it is written, Yahweh had given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. You know, he's blinded y'all. Verse 9, and David said, and he's blinded y'all and caused y'all to sleep on this truth. You ain't do it on your own. Cause y'all sleep on this truth. Put that spirit of slumber on you. Verse 9, and David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and recompense unto them. Verse 10, let their eyes be darkened that they may not see and bow down their back always. You know, because y'all went the fuck off. Y'all went the fuck off. No. It's not. Y'all been going the fuck off. Hold on. Yeah, y'all been going the fuck off. Y'all been getting warned over and over, boy. Y'all keep doing. Y'all keep going off. Y'all actually wax worse and worse. You know, the whole head is sick, right? The whole head is sick. The whole head is sick. That's Isaiah 1 and 5. Down to 7. Isaiah 1 and 5. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. Verse 6, from the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointments. Yeah. All these wounds, they have not been bound up. They've not been closed. Yeah, neither mollified with ointment. Yeah. Hey, from the sole of the foot onto the head, no soundness in it. From the head tribe Judah all the way down to Naphtali, no soundness. You know, all of y'all are reprobates. Hey, hold up, y'all. Shalom, Aki, Alba, Shimi, Al-Shai, Barakatah. I'll be back. All right. I see 2/3, man. Y'all through. Y'all through. Yeah. Verse 4. Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquities, a seed of evildoers. Children, no. I'm gonna start off up here. Verse 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for Yahweh has spoken. I have nursed and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. Verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel does not know. My people does not consider. Y'all do not consider. Verse 4. Y'all don't want to. Y'all cuss us out. Verse 4, our sinful nation, when people laden with iniquities, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they have forsaken Yahweh. They provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone way backwards, right? Reprobates. Reprobates, man. Degenerates. Isaiah 30, verse 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 8. Oh yeah, because y'all going. Nah, hold up. Let me just bring this out. Yeah, Isaiah 30, verse 8. Now go write before them in a table and note it in a book that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. Verse 9, that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh. Verse 10 will say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Verse 11, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Verse 12, wherefore does say the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and state thereon. Verse 13, therefore this iniquity shall be unto you as a breach ready to fall, swollen out in a high wall whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Verse 14, and ye shall break as the breaking of the potter's vessels that is broken in pieces, he shall not spare, so there shall not be found in the bursting of it assured to take fire from the hearth, or to take water withal out of the pit. Verse 15, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, and returning and rest shall be saved, and quietness and confidence shall be your strength, ye would not. Verse 16, but ye say, yo, no, for we will flee upon horses, therefore shall ye flee. And we will ride upon the swift, therefore shall they that pursue you be swift. Because he was talking, this chapter was talking about y'all going to Egypt for help, and y'all doing the same thing, going to these modern day Egyptians for help, taking their side and shit, thinking that that's going to save you. Either Biden or Trump is going to save you. But nah, y'all going to find out, these devils that you follow after, they're actually they're the ones plotting on you. Therefore, they pursue you be swift. Verse 17, 1,000 shall flee at the rebuke of one, at the rebuke of five shall ye flee. So ye be left as a beacon upon the top of a mountain, as an ensign on a hill. Yo, hold on. I'm going to wrap it up soon anyways. Hold on.
Central ISP employees. We will have weekly COVID screenings for all of our employees at each campus beginning next week. We ask that we test at the same location each week. If you are not assigned to a campus,
All right, so yeah, man, you 2/3 are through, trusting in this system that's clearly flawed, is about to fall. Clearly, this system can't hold up, and you 2/3 think that this stimulus is a sign that this system is going to hold up, not knowing that, not knowing that's not the case. It's not the case. That's just get y'all to think. Hey, Esau throwing out more bread in circuses, right? More bread and yeah, more bread and yeah, bread in circuses. That's what the Romans used to do, and this is Rome all over again. Romans used to do that to keep the citizenry, basically the plebes, quiet, keep them content. And this is what modern day Rome, America, is doing. That's all it is. Just hush money. Okay, here, no, shut up. But you 2/3, y'all ain't gonna see it. Only the elect got the eyesight to see it, go see it and be saved. Come out of her and be saved. All right, so I hope this live was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And shalom to the real sisters out there. Shout out to all of y'all. Stay strong. The times that are coming are going to require that. Stay strong. Shalom. Shalom.